Well, Jamie, first of all, very exciting time just before the Six Nations. What does it mean to you to be a Guinness ambassador, bearing in mind that people do go and watch these games for the crack, so they say, not just the rugby action?
Yeah, certainly it's a privilege. It's an honour, and it's great to be here today. I think they've been a great sponsor in rugby for many years, and certainly one of my fond memories is driving into the Millennium Stadium on the team coach, where we stay in the Vale Hotel on match day, driving into town and seeing all the Guinness fans up outside the Holiday Inn there, but just on the road from the Millennium Stadium is pretty incredible. It brings fans together, and certainly the atmosphere in Cardiff around that area is incredible on match day, and from my experience, certainly a great brand to be associated with.
Obviously, you're going into the Six Nations off a World Cup where you astounded the rugby world. I mean, no one thought that you were going to get to the semi-finals and get as far as you did. Can you carry that on in the Six Nations?
Well, that's a big question, isn't it? That's a big question. I think as individuals we need to answer for the fans. It's we just need to continue to strive to improve as players, and keep improving. Collectively, it's going to be a great challenge for us going out to Dublin for that first game. A very good team, Ireland, and they'll be looking for revenge after what happened in the World Cup, and it's just important that we're focused for that game and hopefully produce a near perfect game of rugby, which we, I suppose, did out in Wellington in that quarter final, because I suppose anything less we won't win.
A near perfect game. Is there such a thing as the perfect game?
I don't. You could say that. Maybe you win a World Cup finals, that a perfect game. But from a Welsh player's point of view, I don't think we played a game where we execute everything as well as we did in that quarter final. We kicked very well, we defended admirably, we attacked very well. And just our game management was spot on. We took points when we were in their 22 every time we were there. So it was a great performance all round. And if you do that at the highest level, at Test match level, and do the basics well as well, you more than often win games. And that's what we'll be looking to work on, especially moving forward and looking forward to the Ireland game.
Some of the younger players really made their mark in the World Cup. Particularly, you look at someone like Reece Priestland. Is there a danger perhaps that other teams now know what you're about? You're not so much of a secret entity, if you like.
So yeah, being an unknown quantity really in professional rugby can work for and against you. It works for you. No one knows what you're about. You're an exciting young player. You come on the scene, but in the same breath, that inexperience might work against you. And I suppose it's only by giving these young players the opportunity to find out that about them, and certainly on our case, the young players who came in did performed admirably in the World Cup. They put in some great performances, far more mature beyond their years really, and that's great for Welsh rugby. It's great to see these young players doing that, and it's important, as I said, that we keep improving and striving for perfection really, and hoping to produce performances worthy of victories in the forthcoming Six Nations.
Who do you fancy, obviously, apart from Wales, for the Six Nations? I'm looking at your fixture list. You've got France in the last game. Now, France probably going to be there or thereabouts. That could be a fantastic game, couldn't it? Yeah,
it's hard to look beyond. You'd have to say France are, the form team, the team they made the World Cup final. They beat us in the semi. The standard of their league is pretty good. They've got some very exciting players and some very exciting young players as well. Fresh faces, and they'll certainly be the team to beat. England, a lot of new faces, but in the same breath, we were talking about unknown quantities at Test level. They'll certainly have a few of them, and that will certainly work in their favour, I think. Exciting blend there of youth and experience, and a team who will be wanting to prove the world right after a disappointing campaign. Obviously Ireland, first game up against us, will be looking for that revenge, and the challenge for us is to certainly raise the bar again after what happened at the World Cup, and and hopefully taste success on the pitch. You know, we've lost the last 3 games. We lost to France and we lost against Australia twice. So hopefully we'll do a victory, and hopefully that'll come out in Dublin. And you know, you look at Scotland. Scotland will be hurting, obviously not making the quarterfinals for the first time since you know, the World Cup started in '87. And Italy, who, you know, we've seen can cause, you know, any team a huge problem on the day, especially in Rome. So I think, you know, as far as the Six Nations tournament goes, the hardest one to call in a long time before it started. So my money's on Wales.
Let's just talk a bit about England. A lot's been made of the new look squad, several uncapped players in the squad. What do you make, obviously being the position that you play in that sort of midfield area, of that potential new midfield of perhaps Owen Farrell and all Saracens lineup, Owen Farrell, Brad Barrett? I mean, it could be quite interesting.
Yeah, and you know, good to see Jordan Tinnerhall there as well. You know, a player who has impressed for Quins. You know, 3 young players who I suppose have their destiny in their own hands, really. You know, they put the performances in over the next couple of years. They'll be, you know, keep hold of the jersey, and exciting players. You know, players who have played very well, both domestically and in European competition this year for their clubs, and who thoroughly deserve to be there. And you know, it's great to see youth being given its chance.
I must ask you about your knee injury. Are you confident, and how confident are you that you're going to be ready for the first game of the Six Nations?
Yeah, pretty confident. Hopefully I'll be fit for next weekend, round 6 in the Heineken Cup, and fingers crossed I'll be alright for that. And if not, hopefully get selected in the squad for the Six Nations. Obviously the squad hasn't been picked yet, so fingers crossed for selection.
And as far as the Heineken Cup goes, your club side, Cardiff Blues, they've still got a shout, haven't they, of reaching the quarterfinals? Yeah,
we've got a great chance. We play London Irish this weekend in round 5, and away from home they're going to be a very tough team to beat down there, but we've certainly got the quality in the squad to beat them down there. And then we welcome Racing Metro to the Cardiff City Stadium next weekend, and 2 games which will make or break our season, really. We've got a great opportunity in Europe this year to make the knockout stages, so we're equal with Edinburgh at the moment on points, but we still top the group at the moment, so hopefully the next couple of weekends will be good ones for us.